Hey there guys, it's the Level Designer and I'm here with my next video for Blogtober. This is going to be kind of a later upload on the 27th here, just because I was at a family thing for one of my nephews and I just had to, spend the night, doing some family stuff. So, I'm here and it's about 10:30 here at night, so I'm still dedicated to producing a new video for tonight for my level design. So no worries, especially if you're on LinkedIn, looking at this on the 27th, I am still here. So last time we were working on this, I basically took the entire episode just modeling the stove, which it looks nice, but I want to try to get much more done. So that's kind of what we're going to do today, is we're going to start on this clinic area. And I just want to bring up, I just want to bring up some good references here to kind of look at. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. The first thing that I want to try to tackle with this clinic is exactly, where is this going to be at? So we have kind of a conundrum where this is really a huge item. So I might stick it over here, and what we even might do as well is we might even go in and just expand this as well. So if I go into modeling and then go into the cube grab or cube graph or whatever it's called, I could actually push this out just a bit. And of course we'll want to add in, additional walls and whatnot. So we could just go into here and just close this up as is, and it'll stay relatively the same. And again, we just want to kind of keep things going here. So if we just select this wall, I might come out here and really just push this right to the edge. And this hopefully will give us a little bit more room to work with. So I think that is going to be probably the best course of action, is to, kind of just retrofit this area. And what I might even do is kind of, keep the ceiling kind of like that. Actually, that's not too bad. We could even kind of expand this on this idea, and we can maybe have it kind of like cascade down a bit, like so. It's actually not too bad. So one of the things that I want to do is I want to have kind of this area where, a patient might be sitting down and whatnot. And I mean, I'm just straight looking. I think this is a Ripper doc from like Cyberpunk 2077. So I'm going to try to kind of keep the same sort of, ideas and keep it fairly similar. I don't want this to look too crazy. One of the things though that I'm going to do is, first I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to size that down, but I'm going to go and corner mode this. Do that. Or what we could do instead, which might actually be, well, I don't know. The problem is that if I hit complete, thinking about is going in here and seeing if I could like select like these edges, but I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, it's probably gonna be easier just to do yeah, I think it's gonna be easier to just do it like normal. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit cancel on this. I'm gonna go back into Cube Grid. Actually, before I do that, I'm just gonna hit complete. I'm just gonna click on this just to make sure I have it selected. And then I'm gonna click that. I'm gonna have that go down. I'm just trying to figure out what would be the easiest way to go about this. Oh, I don't know what that was all about. Okay, so I'm gonna go into corner mode. So I'm gonna hit these two. Oop. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, and see, that's kind of the... Whoa. Yeah, so I don't think that's gonna work. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do it this way, like I was planning on it. And sadly, I'm just gonna hit complete. Go into corner mode again and just like that. And hit done. I guess what I could do actually is I could probably go into poly edit and just select the point maybe? I don't know if it's gonna allow me though. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna allow me for some odd reason, so I might just have to kind of give up on that aspect, but what we can go ahead and do is we can insert a box and well, actually we'll put it right there for now. I'm gonna hit complete. I'm gonna go in and edit this, and I'm just gonna make this kind of a small little just platform that you get up on, so it's not gonna even really be too big. But I kind of want to just have a dedicated area around this area to kind of give this just a sense of, you know, oh, this is where we're at, if that makes sense. I don't know. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a few edge loops. And I'm going to make a ramp this way, so I'm going to make one right here. Actually, now I'm going to hit... I don't think I can redo that. Alright, I'm going to have to do that all over again, but no worries. We'll just move this down. Luckily, I was just mainly moving it kind of around the same area where these exist. So right there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this be at 2 on each of the sides. So I'm going to have that come out to there. I'm going to hit done. And on this right here, I'm going to hit extrude, and I'm going to extrude this out. And I'm going to size this down. And I'm going to hit accept. And again, what I could do is if I'm not happy with this, I can, you know, size this, well, if I select the side and I don't misclick or anything, I can move it around and whatnot. But I'm kind of happy with where it was, so we'll just have that be right there. So now what we have some like railings at the top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add in a few more boxes, and I'm gonna kind of build out this kind of like rail system, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna hit complete there, and then I'm actually gonna add another box just like that. Or actually, let me, yeah, just place it like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit complete. And then on this one, I'm gonna go in, and just to make sure that these are separate blocks, we could just go in and do that and say accept. I can clearly see that that is something that we don't need to worry about. And actually, I don't even think we need this box. We can kind of just do it like this. So if we go into poly edit, actually before I do poly edit, I'm just gonna check up here and make sure it aligns with the square that we kind of made out for ourselves. And then now with that, I'm going to select that, and let me see if I could select two. So we have these two sides. So what I could actually do is hit inset, and that should add in kind of two little tracks, I guess you could say. So this one, let me bring down my camera speed to around 2. Excuse me. Just had dinner, and I feel like that food is catching up to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to size this down just a bit. I don't think that's what I was really looking for, though. So I might... let me just make sure that this is not... Okay. So instead of selecting them both, I'm just going to hit inset right here and just do one kind of per side for these two. So I'm just going to select this, and I'm just going to go in and resize these and make them about half. And then it might not even be a bad idea to size them on the X, though. I don't know if I can do that. Oh, I guess I was doing it, just it's not. So we have that, and then we can kind of mirror what we have on this side, but we just want to make sure that it's pretty good with what we have here. And actually what we could do as well is we could kind of look at the blocks here. So we're kind of in the middle. I'd say that actually matches up, because we have like 1, 2, and then the half of the third, and then 1, 2, and then the half of the third. So with this, we could even probably bring it in maybe just a tiny bit like that. But I think with that in mind, we could select this one and just have it be, we could just extrude it out. And then with this one as well, we'll just extrude this one out. So just hit extrude. So we kind of have this weird kind of Trek thing that we have access to. So let's go ahead and just hit accept, and that will be that for what we need it for. And then let's go in, and I'll bring up my camera speed just a tad so I can kind of move around here a little bit more faster. And I'm gonna go ahead and make a chair. So Again, I'm not gonna make this too complex. I'm really going to actually probably build two different parts of this. So I'm gonna select a chair there, or a block there, and then I'm gonna have a block be there as well. So what this is gonna be is I'm gonna go in and just make the base of this chair, and I'm gonna probably just kind of base this off of what I'm seeing in this cyberpunk screenshot. So again, you know, this is a personal project, so I'm not too worried about, you know, kind of basing designs off of what already exists. But of course, if you're actually modeling stuff on a team, you know, try to go off reference, but try to make it kind of your own. But that's just kind of my philosophy on it. So right here, I'm just gonna move this out maybe about halfway with that, and then I'm gonna do the same thing with this. So again, just using the grid as kind of a groundwork on this, and then I'm gonna select this, and I'm just gonna bring this out to there. Actually, what I could do is just, instead of doing it on each side, I could just bring that and just have that be, you know, 2 blocks. And with this, I'm going to go ahead and click Inset. And I'm just going to bring that in like that. But I'm going to select this, and I'm going to scale this clear to the side. And with this, I'm going to extrude this actually. So extrude it a bit. And then this I'm going to scale this way. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually insert a edge loop right here in the middle. And what I want to do with this edge loop is I want to bring in these 2 sides. So I'm just going to hit this and that, and I'm just going to scale these in just a teeny bit and make kind of a little curve there. And then we can also, you know, move this around. Maybe we want to, you know, make it a lot well, that's not what we wanted to do. Let's select these sides again, and then with this, if we make those, maybe we can make it a lot less subtle. So I think that's pretty good. So with that in mind, what we could actually do too is we can kind of start to push these in a bit. Maybe they're not super, you know, they're not as, you know, like apparent like these sides, but they do kind of go in a little bit. So I think that adds some to what we're doing. So again, we're gonna select the top here, and we're gonna go into Inset, and we're gonna actually have this kind of sit there, and then this we're just going to hit Extrude. This we're gonna do another inset, I mean. We're gonna hit extrude on this one. And this one we might do the offset. So we'll just have this kind of appear kind of above. And this we can actually scroll out, maybe even match it to what is above here. So we could really include it. And this we can extrude. And again, this might be considered a bit big. So what we could do is we could just hit accept. and then we could just kind of go in and we can do what we must. But I think what I'm going to do is, before we go in and resize stuff, I think it would be I think it'd just be common sense to just work on the chair, and we can kind of base everything, the scale of everything, off the chair itself, and kind of go up to the chair and see, you know, does this look, you know, reasonable for our character to sit in, kind of depending on the size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and just place this kind of in the middle. I'm going to place this on the top. I'm actually going to place this right kind of where the top of that was. And again, we want to make sure that this is a two-part chair. So that's what we're going to be kind of focusing on. So again, I'm going to move this a bit that way, and we can kind of move this out a bit, and we can actually move this quite a bit. So again, we can kind of change the direction of like all of the stuff here. And then trying to think, I might insert an edge loop actually. And then with this edge loop, I'm going to hit done. I'm actually going to move this kind of back again. Actually, I'm just going to keep it like that for now. I want to move this back just a bit. And then I'm going to actually bevel this down quite a bit. I'm actually going to probably bevel it to about there. I can hit apply, and then what this will do is this could actually be used as a back to the chair. So I'll just kind of do that, and then what I could do is hit inset, or inset. Don't know why I always call it incent. I don't know. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have this go in a bit, and then we will also extrude this up. And we could also kind of egg this out a bit. Again, beveling is probably going to really make this chair look a little bit more defined. So again, we don't want to necessarily go out of our way to bevel a bunch, but I think beveling will really make this chair come to life in a way that it's going to make a lot of sense. So again, I'm just going to collect these sides, and I'm just going to bring them in, honestly. I'm just going to make this look as inviting as possible. So I'm going to hit bevel again. And yeah, I mean, it's not really good, so it tells me I probably need to bevel like all of the sides on here. So if I just do that, it kind of gives you a good idea of like the thing that, and then this I can actually just pull out here. And then this might look a bit weird, but you know, yeah, it looks really, actually really off. But what we could do is we could just move the headrest up maybe a bit. And then we'll just hit accept right now. We won't be done with the chair. But I'm going to go in and just add in a new cube. I hit complete. And I'm just going to go in and edit this. And again, I'm just going to... I'm just going to move this to kind of the head area. Maybe make this look a little bit more fluffier. And then just move these pillows. Oh. Or I can just do that. Shouldn't be too bad. Do that. And then I can also, to make this look a lot more fluffier, I could just insert some edge loops. So maybe there are some sides here. Actually, I'm going to redo that. So maybe there's just kind of half of one there. And maybe what we could do, I don't know how this is going to look, but maybe we could bevel everything? No, I can't do that. Okay, well, I guess we'll just have to do what we can, I guess. Bevel these. I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, so instead of beveling this right now, I'm just gonna see if I could bevel out the entire edges. So again, I'm trying to make this look kind of fuzzy and not so uncomfortable. So I'm just gonna bevel that out. You know, you can play around with kind of the shape of it. Hit apply, and what I could also do is just take this and just kind of billow it out a bit, really make it truly something that looks a little bit more comfortable. I actually think that's really good. So we could just hit accept and kind of have like a pillow. It's kind of janky a bit, but I think it sells the point. And then, so if we go back into the chair here and hit poly edit, we can add in a few more things. So maybe we could hit inset and then add in maybe some armchair things. So we could actually, let me do both sides and see if that's gonna be helpful. Okay, so I think so. So this, I'm just gonna extrude out just a bit, and this I'm gonna size down, and this I'm actually going to size up. I'm just gonna bring this up here. Again, this might look a bit odd, but hopefully not so much. And this, I'm just gonna extrude back here. Just make kind of like a shape, I guess. I might even add some to this. So Actually, I'm going to add in a few loop cuts here. I'm going to do 3. And what I want to do is, with this, I'm going to select the middle of like the head, and I'm going to change my, well, I don't think that really does much of anything. But I'm just going to try to move this, make it look a little bit more fluffy. I don't think that's going to really do much of anything, unless I click that, and I just click all of these faces. And then I try to move it a second time and try to get it to kind of just floof up. And we can maybe, yeah, I think that's pretty good. So it doesn't seem too bad. But that's kind of where we are in kind of a weird angle here, so I'm just extrude out and do this thing. I'll just select the 4 instead of the other ones. I'll select these. Move these up. Actually, I think I'll probably move them up there. Really increase them, and then just hit extrude. Maybe try to have them be kind of the same size as the others. Again, just with these 4 faces, we'll select them, and then we'll just move or extrude this as well, so it just kind of matches up. And then what I'm going to do now is I'll just select these ones right here, and then I'll select the middle ones here as well, and I'll just I'll move these up. So it kind of looks kind of weird. But what we can also do is we could select these, and we can even let me see if I can change the angle. No, I can't. We can even kind of move them in like that, and it kind of looks like a person laying there too, which is kind of eerie. So we will do that. And what I'm going to do as well is on this side, I'm going to extrude this out just a bit. But what I'm going to do is on this corner here on the top, I'm going to go ahead and just move that kind of in here, and then this side I'm going to select this. I'm going to extrude it out. I'll just add like a little leg kick. Might even put this down to kind of do that. And then the final thing that I'm going to do on this is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to inset both of these sides here, and what I plan to do with that is make kind of another side thing, but I'm going to both, I'll just hit extrude on this side and just kind of create a sort of area where we could have some railings, really have something that you know, we could utilize. So again, we could just hit inset on these, and actually we could just do it on both of these sides, just inset, and then just have it both maybe So just inset both of those, and then what we could also do is just select to make them a little bit more sizable, and then we can just move these up. Super great. And then we can offset these. Select these. We could move these out a bit more. And then we can extrude these up. And with this, we can just hit bezel. And we have our armrests. We hit apply. And what we could also have as well is maybe we can have this come out. No, maybe it's a little bit on the side here. And we can have another kind of area here extrude, and then maybe this will extrude a bit, and this can extrude. And we'll move this up to kind of the side. Though it's kind of up there, so I might even have that come down a bit. And what this is going to be is this is going to be an area where we are going to have like some screens and whatnot. So what we can do is I'll hit accept, and then instead of you know, copying some of that, what we could do is maybe get some of these screens here. It's going to be a lot more easier to just copy what we've already done. And again, we can always kind of scale things, make it look, you know, not as bad, I guess, if that's how you word it. So I think those are pretty good right now. I'm gonna try to level this out a bit. Just doesn't seem like it's quite there. Yeah, it's kind of tricky. I have to really fine tune it. I guess what I could do is I could just go into here and just hit 0, 0, and 0, and just really zero this out. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. So again, we just go into here and just you know, size this. Again, I'm not gonna edit this because I don't want to change like how these TVs look for the rest of like the TVs that exist, but we can take this as an individual object and just we can just play around with it, really. Yeah, I think that's kind of cool. And what we can do again is we can just zero this out. And with the, you know, with the snapping, we can just you know, do everything. So this, I'm gonna make this much more smaller. Just make this kind of a normal screen. Maybe make it a little bit more bigger, so it's kind of seems a bit kind of ridiculous, but again, we can kind of treat this as maybe it's like another kind of like workstation that this person has. So we can, well, we didn't make a chair for this area. But you know, maybe there's a lot of cords and whatnot. Speaking of that, I'm going to actually continue all of these, and I'm just gonna hit duplicate, and I'm just gonna move these down like that. Of course, that might create some problems because what we have are, I don't know, it actually might not. That might not actually cause hardly any issues, maybe. So I'm gonna go ahead and save. And we have this chair. So what we could do with this chair is we could just select all of these little pieces, and then we can, what's this though? Oh, it's like a part of the pillow. Yeah, we'll want to have that as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and select all these little pieces. I'm just gonna go ahead and group. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save, and I'm going to just go ahead and go into play mode and just make sure that this you know, feels right size wise. So I have to test play some of this a bit. That was impressive. I'm gonna go ahead and get that. I'm gonna try to get to the whew. No, that ain't happening. Let me see if I can get back to the clinic. I guess what I could do is just go down this hole. And the clinic should be around here. Yeah, so that is definitely a bit big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to size all of this down. Probably by half. So I'm going to go ahead and hit, I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to try it again. Hopefully we'll get the side with the clinic, yep. So I'm just going to go down and capture that point real fast. Yeah, that looks a lot more reasonable, for sure. I don't know, I might really bring this, in. So, what we could do is we could just kind of, you know, have this be there. And we have all this, might not even really need, might even bring that out to there. And then what we could do is if we select this, we can go to cube grab. We should be able just to select that and just bring all of this back in. And just properly size this out. So we could keep this at, how much is it? Well, it's kind of distorted. I think that's works pretty well. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of good actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit complete, and I think that this is a lot more of a better structure. And I'm just gonna turn this around and kind of have this kind of be, you know, in the center as possible. So this really does look like an actual clinic room, hopefully, is kind of the feeling that I want to get from this. Maybe it's even closer. I don't know. But one of the last things I want to work on is I want to have some contraptions and stuff. So, you know, I'm going to keep the chair... try to keep the chair pretty close to kind of just the middle here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to create some new boxes. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going to hit nope, don't want to do that. I'm going to hit complete. I'm going to create a new box, so I'm just going to keep it over there for now. I'm going to hit complete. I'm going to go up in here, and I'm actually going to add in some contraptions that maybe this doctor has. And this actually could be really kind of interesting. So what we could do is maybe we can kind of figure out, like, okay, what do these contraptions kind of look like? So we can actually extrude this out. And then we could actually extrude this up and do this. So what we have is we have just a little slider thing. We could actually select this, and then we could bevel it. Make it bevel quite a bit. Hit apply. And we can have that come down just a tad. And what we could do is I'll hit accept. I don't know if I really want this here. We can actually get rid of it. And we just keep these like that. But what we could do is we could just add in another cylinder, kind of where it was at, and then we could kind of do what we did for the stove, actually. So we could actually probably just keep this pretty where it's at. So let's just go into here. Let's kind of match up just where this block was. Looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna go into here, and I'm just going to just extrude this. Just rotate it. Extrude again. Just rotate that. Go up there. Extrude it again. And rotate. And finally, I'll just extrude it a final time. And just go just the full 80 or whatever. Oh, it is. Just move it kind of up like that. We'll just hit accept, and then that is what that looks like. It doesn't actually look too bad. So that kind of solves that issue. So I'm gonna go back to this, and I'm gonna do this kind of in two parts as well. So I kind of want to make like an arm that's gonna be the same, and then I want to have like maybe like an add-on. So I could kind of think of this as like maybe there's a company that sells these contraptions, and maybe there's different you know, industries that use them, but they're like these just arms that you know, come with this thing, and like right here it slides, so we could actually add in we could actually use this cube actually for this. So we could go in and let's just select this one so it's a little bit more easier. So hit accept for now, and then if I select this, I'm just gonna bring this into here, and then I'm gonna slide this like that. I kind of like it being over that. So what we could do is go into the poly edit and just make like a secondary slider contraption to make this look a little bit more installed, if that makes sense. So we can hit accept. And what this would do is, well, let's actually build the arm first. And the cool thing about this contraption is this would be a great opportunity to add in some animations to the arm and do a whole bunch of cool stuff. And we might actually look into that on a later episode. And that might just bring, you know, something more to life. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add in a block there, and then I'm just going to extrude this down. I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm really going to make this, I'm really going to make this a lot more skinnier, and I'm going to make it much more square-like. So with that, I'm going to extrude. And this I can actually start to maybe move around a bit. Again, we could do inset and just make kind of like small little just adjustments to make it pop a little bit more. So maybe that is gonna be kind of out to here. So again, kind of like how the chords were, you know, there's different things that we can do. And then maybe instead of inset, there's an offset. So we can make something a little bit more bigger, like a joint or something like that. So we could extrude this, make it a little bit more like that. And then we could do the inset again, and maybe we can make something a little bit more smaller. And then you could hit extrude, and then with the extrude, maybe it's maybe it's like right here or something. And you can maybe move it a bit more. Maybe it could be looking down. And then the final part for this is I'm gonna hit and set. I'm just gonna make a very small square if I can. Yeah, like that. I'm just gonna hit this. I'm just gonna hit extrude. I'm just gonna make this very small. I'm gonna kind of match it with whatever this is looking at. So we kind of have this going. And what we could do is we could just copy it. And we could have not only copy that, we can copy this as well. So if we just copy, and we just entirely move it over here. It's like another machine that we have. So again, we can just you know, scale this out. It's just another one of those. And then yeah, we have that, and then we could actually you know, we can actually kind of, you know, slide these out a bit. It'd be really kind of cool if we had and we could even maybe have this go back here a bit. Maybe we can scroll this. Again, you just kind of want to have it make a bit of sense. So this is kind of over here a bit. So this is where the fun is gonna come in. So what we could do is I could just come in here and make a box. And then for this, we will go ahead and hit complete. And we'll go in and let me poly edit this. I'll make it just super size down. What we could do is I don't know if this is gonna be good. We could just have one of those sides do that, and maybe have one of these sides go like that. And then I'm gonna make this a little bit more taller. Actually, I'm gonna make this pretty taller. And I think I'm just gonna size this out a bit more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just select all of these. I'm just gonna hit extrude. Actually, no. That is definitely not what I wanted. I'm gonna hit extrude on this. Let's make it... I'll make each one kind of 5 blocks. We'll size it down. I'll move it. Well, I'll extrude it again, and I'm gonna make it. Let's make it 7. See how 7 looks. I'm just gonna do that. So I'm going to do the same thing on all the sides here. So I'm going to extrude this. Again, I'm going to have 7 sides. Kind to size it appropriately. It probably won't be the same for all of them, but as long as we size it appropriately, you know, it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of the, well, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and select all these. I'm going to hit inset, and I'm just going to create all of these to be like that, and then I'm going to select these, and then I'm going to extrude them down just a bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to select as much of these sizes as possible. I'm going to bring them up like that. And then I'm going to hit accept. And I'm just going to bring in a cylinder here. Hit complete. I'm going to go ahead and just make this a little bit more skinnier. Just size it down a little bit more. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go into the edit. I'm just gonna add a little bit to this contraption. And again, I'm just kind of going off of the shapes that I see on this kind of on this thing here. So hit extrude, have it come down just a bit. I can hit inset again. Maybe this isn't going to be as big, so you can scroll down just a bit. Maybe hit extrude again, maybe once. Hit extrude twice. Have this kind of come down. And then you hit inset again, make this very small, probably as small as you could possibly get it. Yeah, I don't know. I think that works. This will just extrude all the way out to here, and we'll just kind of point it. Okay, so we can hit accept. We'll have that, and then we'll actually group these together. And what we have is kind of a little light. Again, this might be a bit big, so what we could do is we could scale it for one. Actually, I don't know if that's I don't know if that's gonna work. Scale it like that, and then we'll scale. Maybe. And I think that's kind of I think that's fun. So now we'll try to group this. And what we could do is we can kind of bring it over here to kind of the point of where it should kind of connect. And then with that, we can actually start to rotate it in different ways. And just kind of place it where we feel is the best. So I have that contraption, which looks kind of neat. That's kind of what I am seeing on the thing there. So we have that, and we can even maybe turn this around a little bit more. Maybe it's a little bit more to make it a little bit more easier to see. Again, we want it to work. So we have that. And then we have kind of another opportunity to make another contraption. So we can let's just try to make something a little bit more simple. So maybe what we can do is create I don't know, we'll just create something. We'll just create something that has a little bit more of a random kind of shape. So we can just hit inset. Extrude this out a bit. Maybe extrude again. I can maybe just size this out a bit. Maybe there is an edge loop here. So just create one in the middle. Hit done. We'll select these two. We can hit inset. I don't want to do that. What I want to do is select one, inset, select the other one, inset. And what we'll do is we'll select these, we'll extrude back a bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit inset again. I'm just going to bring these out like so. Extrude these again. I make each of these smaller. Like as a pinpoint, actually. Really gonna make this look kind of weird. Don't seem like they're, I don't know. This I'm just going to extrude out. Again, these might look a bit weird, but I'm just going to make some like spikes to make it look like this is for some sort of like operation or something like that. And then with that, I'm going to I'm just going to hit bevel. I just want to do it on both sides. Just hit bevel. Let's see if there's. I'll keep it kind of smallish. So I'm gonna hit accept. And then I'm just gonna... And this thing looks insane. I really don't know what this would be used for, but I know that I wouldn't want to be any part of it. But I think that's why I like it so much. It just looks so flippin' insane. And again, we can, you know, rotate this and make it look like different things. And yeah, I mean, this thing looks like just crazy. And then another thing that we can actually do to add more character to this is we can use some of these chords. I love these chords. I love making things look as if they are really just kind of chaotic as far as like the technology goes, the chords. And I kind of love the idea of, you know, the same chords being in this area for the purpose of just, you know, supporting this technology and powering it up and whatnot. I don't know. It's just so... It's kind of crazy to think about that. It's like, oh, you know, we have all this technology and... Well, we want to use it, but it's, you know, again, it's kind of like, this looks kind of insane, you know? So again, we can really play around with these, like, different chords being wrapped around, like, all of this, you know? So we can just have something that looks like that. Something that's kind of on the opposite side. That. Really playing around with these, especially having these be kind of at a different you know, height like this. I mean, some of them are kind of hanging out a different way. And what we can also do as well is, you know, we could use one of these spheres to make a chord. So again, I can just size something down by a lot and just have it come over here. Just make sure it's in the back there. And we'll just make sure. And then we can actually duplicate, well, we can't duplicate it because it's gonna have the same kind of thing. But again, we can go into Poly Edit and we can just have this wrap around stuff. So we could just have this, you know, just be kind of on the move. Of course, you know, you'll want to make it kind of makes sense a bit. Like, making something to this degree is going to require you to really just take a look at kind of the space that you're playing around with, and just make sure that you're doing stuff. But just extrude, smooth things around, just have it make kind of sense. Now, you don't have to be a super talented 3D modeler to attempt to get your point across. I mean, you might need some help every now and again, but I think it's pretty good. Oh, I'm gonna hit extrude. Hit extrude again. And again, we can really just move these kind of by joint. Extrude this. Hey, if you had more time, you could really play around with, you know, how this looks. Of course, you know, this video is already going on for. I'm about an hour 20 minutes into this, but I'm actually really enjoying myself. You know, I probably might not have this get uploaded on the 27th, but that's fine, you know. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna kind of finish this off. I'm not gonna have this completely, you know, wrap around anything, but I am going to just try to kind of finish this, and just have it kind of go up here and attach to something. So again, like, there's so many different ways that you can really elevate your level, and maybe this is just like a connection to this. But that looks so freaking cool. I hope, yeah. Try to remember to press accept. Yeah, that's just looking really neat. I'm just a huge fan of that. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and save. I'm just going to hit play and just try to check out this space while I can. And then hopefully everything will be good to go. So I'm just going to drop down here. I'm going to this little clinic. Oh yeah, this is looking really awesome. So yeah, and we can see that you know, it's pretty to scale. And I kind of like having these kind of oversized too. I mean, it just kind of makes it look a little bit, not a little bit, a lot more intimidating. So I'm not even really worried about having these, you know, make them smaller. I think having those big, it's just like, this is not the place that you want to, you know, find yourself in. But I guess if we had to, I mean, we could always make this a bit more smaller. I just kind of just back it up a bit. But yeah, I like the size of that. I think that's fine. So yeah, we're just gonna save that there. And yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching my YouTube video. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave a comment down below in the comment section. And also, if you want any more level design videos, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for the next level designer video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.